Hi, in this class we'll discuss about what do you mean by the tie and the dot. Let us dive into this topic. Here in this case, that is the tie and the dot here which we are discussing here, that is first one we'll discuss about what do you mean by a tie. Okay, so if you look at this music, okay, whenever we are dealing this here, for example, whenever you are looking at this music sheet, say for example there is some for example here there is something like this, okay, a sheet or so what we can say, there is a note here which need to be played. Okay, so the note which to be played is looks like this, so for example, which you can easily observe now. Okay, so here this note to be played. Okay, so if you want to play this note, okay, so and there is some other note here which contains the same note. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so if you could recall this previous case, okay, so this is a D note here. Okay, so this is a D note. Okay, so this one is a E, G, okay, B, D, and this is F. Okay, and in between these names are there, no, F, A, C, E. Okay, now just remember like this. Okay, every goodbye does fine, and in between these white spaces are there, right? So in between these 5 white spaces are called as a phase. Yeah, phase E. Okay, now this note, the note which is there on the 4th line here is a D note, so you have to play D note. So when you want to play a D note, what you can do is you can play a D note, but here you can take this whenever you find the consecutive of this one here, you can draw a tie line. So the tie line looks like this, curved line like this. Okay, or else in one more case what you can do is, for example here, for example, okay, this one same thing, so I am just inverting this one. Yeah, I will somewhere here. Okay, somewhere here. So for example, you are going to play a G note. Okay, so it goes like this. You can draw in this fashion. Okay, so this is called as a tie line. Okay, so what do you mean by this tie line is, so the tie line represents here, the tie line represents same as that of this one, where here this note here, so this note, if you look at this note here, this is the total value. Okay, so I would urge you to go to the previous class where we discussed about the concept of a notation of duration, right? So in notation of duration we discussed one point, so or else in the previous class itself also we discussed. Okay, so if you could recall this class, where this second class, okay, notation of duration, second class, okay, part 2, okay, so in notation of duration part 2, okay, I discussed about this topic where, so this one here, this quarter note is equal to 1/2 note. Okay, if you could recall this topic, okay, so here what I am drawing is here is I am going to take a 2/4 note. Okay, the 2/4 note is equal to the 1 single half note. Okay, so that's what is happening here. So that's what I written here. Okay, so there are 2/4 notes here, which is this is 1/4 note. This is 1/4 note. This is 1/4 note, and this is 1/4 note. So combination, this combination is going to be 1/2 note. Okay, this is going to be 1/2 note. The same thing here also, you can rewrite this one in this fashion. So you can rewrite this one. Okay, so what I can do is I'll take this both one and I'll reverse it. I'll keep it here. Okay, so I'll write in a reverse fashion here. So 1/2 note is equal to 1/2 note is equal to 1/4 note plus another quarter note. So the total sound value is going to be the same. So if you are going to apply only a half note, so you will press that key button and then you will wait for 2 counts. Whereas in this quarter button, so 2 quarter notes, right? So you'll be pressing 2 times here. Okay. So that's the logic here. And the same thing if it's going for a dot. So the dot is also similar way. What in similar way is, look at the definition point of view. So when you look at this definition perspective here, the dot is placed right side of a note head. Okay. So what do you mean by this right side of a note head? So for example here, so there is a note here. There is a note here. So what is this note? So for example, this is a one whole note. Okay. So if I place a dot here, okay. So if I place a dot here exactly, okay, if I place a dot here exactly at the right side of this one, then we can call this this dot, whatever the dot we are calling it as. So this dot is half of this, what is the note that you are going to keep it here. Okay. So means, say for example here, this is a one whole note, right? One whole note. So this dot will be half of this whole note. Okay. So this dot is now, how much is this one? Half of this whole note is a half note. So one half note. So that is the value of this one. Okay. So from the whole note, we have to take this into a half note. Okay. Say for example, one more point. Okay. I'm going to use the same thing again here. Okay. I'm going to use somewhere here. Okay. And if there is going to be another dot. Okay. So if there is going to be another dot, so means, so this is another dot here. So this same calculations, okay, what we know that just before what we said. So there is a one whole note. Okay. One whole note. This symbol is a whole note symbol. Okay. And this symbol is a one half note symbol. Okay. And this symbol becomes half of this whole one half symbol. So that this value becomes, what is this value? 1 quarter note. Okay. So this is the 1 quarter note. So that's the meaning of this one here. Okay. You got it? So means if there are 2 dots, so look at here, a second dot lengthens this dot on the half of this length of the first dot. Okay. So meaning is, so first of all, whatever is the key note is there, whatever the note is there here. So if you place a dot besides this respective note, so the tone value of this, the value of this tone will become the half of this one. Okay. Then this becomes another half. So if you go on place like this, so 2 dots, 3 dots. So we cannot go more than 3 dots like that. Okay. So you cannot go on like that. So generally what we do is, so it means that here we need to play again on some more time. Okay. We can't stop there. So we have to continue the playing of respective note. So that's the meaning of this, the dot. Okay. So these are the things related to the tie and the dot. So what do you mean by tie? A tie is a curved line that connects the 2 adjacent notes of the same pitch into a single sound with a duration equal to the sum of the both note values. So meaning is, here instead of playing this completely half note, what you can do is you can play 2 quarter notes. Okay, 2 quarter notes. You can use a piano button and then you can press like that. Okay, means instead of playing, if instead of pressing that keyboard key or piano key and then waiting for a long time, you can take with the same amount of duration, you can make a relax and again you can press it. Okay, so that's the one thing here. And one more thing here is, this one is that the value is a half of this one. Okay, so whatever the note that you are going to play, you have to continue the note for another half duration of a time. So these are the things related to the concept of a tie and a dot. I hope you understood the concept of a tie and a dot. We'll meet again. Please do subscribe to this YouTube channel and press the bell icon. And if you like this video, share with your friends. Bye.